Hello, welcome to Small Talk, where the conversations are short and so is the host. Today's guest is somebody I met a number of years ago. I don't remember when, but I do remember where. It was at a public speaking club. And although we've rarely seen each other since then, we've kept in contact through social media. I thought it would be interesting and fun to have her on the show. So here she is, ladies and gentlemen, my friend Lesley Anderson.
Oh, thank you, Nancy.
Oh, it's so great that you could be here. I'm really pleased.
I'm so happy to be here, yes.
So let's start first with your beautiful accent, if you want to tell people where you're from.
Scotland, yes, just outside Glasgow.
So what brought you to Canada?
Well, my husband is a horticulturalist, and he had gone as high as he could within the local government in Scotland. You know, it was Brian Minter that actually brought us over.
Oh,
yes,
now that's fascinating.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
so when was this?
1991 we came over. Actually, it was January 92 that we actually flew over. The arrangements were all made at the end of that year, and we came over, and he was offered 6 jobs.
6 jobs?
6
wow.
jobs, and he couldn't, couldn't decide where.
Yeah.
So we came to beautiful Chilliwack and went, you know what, it's just like home with the mountains.
Oh, is that right?
Why not here? So we came, and he started with Brian Minter, and now he's with Canner Nurseries and has been for 24 years.
With who?
Canner Nurseries.
Oh, right, Canner, okay.
Canner, and he runs Canner Nurseries now, the wholesale division.
So, do you have children?
We have 3, one of each, I always say, a boy, a girl, and a challenge.
Were they born in Scotland?
We're all born in Scotland.
How old were they when you came here?
18 months was a challenge, and then 8 and 10.
Right.
Yeah, a boy and.
So what was it like for you and for the children to adjust, because the food would have been different, the customs would have been different?
Even the language was different.
Well, there you go.
I mean, it was. We
Yes.
had to slow down or people couldn't understand us.
Right.
My husband is very broad. And yeah, it was an adjustment. It really was. The laws, the rules, the driving. Oh my gosh, the driving was horrendous.
Oh.
Yeah, we got into the airport car, and I went, oh, Jeff, there's a wheel at my side. But the funny thing was, we didn't know how things worked in the vehicle, in the car.
Right.
And we were trying to read a map. This was at night. It was pouring wet rain. Everything's steaming up, and we were trying to read this map, and we couldn't find the switch for the interior light. But we knew that the door opened, the light went on. So we had to stop every now and again and open the door and read our map, so we knew where we were going. It was quite funny.
I'm glad you figured it out.
Yeah,
otherwise you wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't be here, no.
So when you first moved here, your husband obviously was working, did you get a job right away?
Not right away. I looked at volunteering in the schools and just found my way around to see what was happening, and I thought, yes, I am going to do a proposal, because the TV shows were very different in Scotland or Britain than they are here.
Right.
And I wanted a very good magazine programme for children to learn, because our kids are watching cartoons, and that was fine, I don't mind that, but I wanted something more magazine orientated. And I devised this proposal and took it to Cogeco at the time, was our local TV station, and the school district, and they loved it. And it was called Kids Alive. Oh, okay. And it was a TV show made by kids for kids.
So what did it incorporate?
Well, we interviewed the mayor, and we asked him, so John Les, what's it like being the mayor? Or it was a butcher. How do you become a butcher? So it was all different occupations that the children were learning about, and the strengths that they needed and the skills that are required to do these different occupations. So that's what really got me into a lot about learning about Chilliwack.
How long did you do that for?
5 years.
5 years?
5 years.
And then what did you do?
And then I walked into the BIA office, the Business Improvement Association office, and I said, what do you do here? What do you want to do? What's this all about? And they said, well, we're trying to improve the downtown. Oh, do you need help? And so I volunteered there for a number of years, a number of months, and they were looking for an admin assistant, event coordinator, And I said, oh, I can help you. I can do that. So I got the job, and I was there for 5 years.
You know, I would recommend that to anybody who can afford it. If you can volunteer first, because I did that when I first moved out here. I did that at a nursery up in Ryder Lake, and eventually they hired me. And
if you can volunteer, show them how you work, show them what you've got and your work ethics, and that really does help. I've done that to all my jobs.
It's a foot in the door right away.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think it's awesome.
Yes.
So before we continue, we're going to take just a quick break, okay?
That's fine.
Stay tuned. We're going to be right back. We're back, and I'm talking to my friend Lesley. So, Lesley, do you have any hobbies or passions?
Well, animals. Our children were very involved in 4-H, and we became involved in 4-H, and it's a huge organisation, and it's a great one for children. Our children learn to public speak, they learn how to demonstrate, they learned
how to care for animals.
Absolutely, and judge. Judging was a big one.
Right.
You know, it really taught them how to be more positive and not as negative. When you're judging something, you don't always give the bad points. You want to give the good points as well, and really praise. And you know, it really was a big learning curve for us. We were brought up in the Scouts and the Guide movement, and it wasn't, although it's great here, it wasn't as big as what it was in Scotland. And we felt that 4-H was just a little different.
Right.
But yes, I also was involved with the SPCA.
Right.
So I volunteered there before I became an officer with the SPCA. And I realized that my dream job was not really my dream job because I didn't like what they had to do.
Right, yeah, it's tough,
You know, it was tough, you know, when you have to put animals down. And I know there's always a reason for it, and I understand it now, but it was, to me, every day, it was not a happy place to be. It was nice to see dogs and cats and animals going to the nice homes that people were caring for, and that was good. So I did move on to what I wanted to do with helping people. I had achieved all my goals, and I felt so fortunate, and I wanted to help other people achieve their goals.
Right.
So I walked into Chilliwack Employment Services, and I said, what would it take for me to work here? Because I haven't a clue what you do, but I know that everybody leaves happy, so I want to make people happy. So they said, okay, come on in and we'll test you or whatever. We know what you can do. We've seen you around. So it was so funny. I was ready and prepared for an interview and asking all the questions, but all they did was tell me what the job was and say you start tomorrow. And I thought, whoa, is this how it works?
Well, how could they not? It's just that attitude that you have, right?
Well, you have to be positive. So I worked there for 10 years and got all my certifications. I ran a number of workshops, and the last one was Skills 101, helping people break down barriers in order to gain employment. And we helped them with their resumes and interview questions and their cover letters. And so then everything changed in the work sector and the employment sector. And I was asked if I wanted to be a case manager in Agassiz. And I said, well, I don't know about that. I don't know if I can do that. Well, you've kind of been doing it the last number of years, you know. I said, okay, then I'll try it. So I did that. And the contract was extended, and we had 7 years. And now we're coming up to the end of another contract at Work BC. So you'll see all the Work BC offices will change at the end of March. Right. And, well, most of them will. And it's going to be well, it's an adjusting period, I think, for everybody. I don't know where I'm going. I have applied for a few jobs, and it is something that I love, helping people see the benefits and the opportunities that they probably don't see in themselves, and to help them get forward.
Awesome. Now, do you belong to any clubs currently?
Valley Women's Network is a big one for me. It's also helping women networking, and women helping women. Whether they're in business or not, it doesn't matter. They can come along. It's at the Well, and it's on the fourth Tuesday of every month from 11:30 to 1:30, and it's like if you're a guest, it's $5,
Okay.
and then you pay for your lunch, whatever you want, and for members, it's $3. I feel very privileged
Right.
and honoured to have met a number of people like yourself, Nancy. I really do, because I feel Chilliwack is growing,
Yes.
but it hasn't lost its sense of community.
Right.
And I love that.
Right.
I love what Chilliwack has got and is offering new people when they come.
Right.
You know, it's very, very friendly. I found it was very friendly. I really appreciate you having me on, Nancy. This is wonderful.
I totally agree. It's been so much fun, actually.
And it's lovely to see you again.
Thank you. I feel the same way about you.
And you're good at what you do.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that too. And thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time right here on Small Talk. In the meantime, peace out.
Who are you? I want